다치로 강가다시 델레 다트리오 테네 간조 프게네스 뉴지고 토넬 바카 쳔부테스 제야리스
So, Tashidele, greetings to all Dharma friends. And then today, Geshe will continue with a few points in a short presentation.
아니 코데오 테모노지 지프게테네 다 된달라 가치모레스
So, it should be easy to understand and maybe even entertaining, but also something of great meaning.
당간조 강가라 다 대신 이네지 그거 요나 프게 셈 아니 여보테 아니 이니 메제다 숑바돈 이지프게 템보지는 저와치 그건데스
So, all of us who seek real happiness, if we want to be able to achieve that, we need a foundation of heartfelt minds of both love and compassion.
다 프게 템보지 요하샤 발라트니 세 프게 쳬도 가만 리바 야보 치차발라 다가진 거 말아와스 프게 템보치 프게 야 동보 아니 야 코알 고도간 디시샤카 아니 야 코이 네스테 강가 프게 템보치 하고 건데스
So, if we want to mix this love and compassion with our mind like milk and water mixed together to bring them forth in a stable way, then we also need to know something about the nature of samsara, how samsara works, the situations within samsara or cyclic existence.
다 체세를 빼자는 되게 야래 체세 노징아로서 코알 코네나 바 코라 윤주 주양 유주주 잔 거의 시도 반도게 한도 도게 하마레스
And we can think a little bit of perhaps the image of a clock. We can think that cyclic existence or samsara works like that, with the needles in the clock continuing to turn, but never being able to escape that rotation.
다 쪼쪼데 대임사가 신자거든 가로서 다 쪼나거든 아니 이제 오셔 봐이나 소속 나사 빠사가 근본가세 하지가 디톤이 쪼지 내시자야 리라고지 말레스
And so the cause of that, we could say nominally that this is the self, or this is the capital letter I. But if we talk about the self in terms of the basis of its designation, the basis of the designation of the self is those five aggregates.
근본한테 쪼나고 지는 디톤을 텐데 연락 주니데 아니 주 같은 거 바꿔라잖아 체세 놓지 거라잖아 되는 간소 거야 거할 거디 말레스
So, what keeps us is the self that is designated on the basis of these five aggregates or five heaps, and even more than that, also the 12 links of dependent arising, divided into one set of six and one set of six. And this is what keeps us turning like the needle of the clock within samsara or cyclic existence.
어다 건다고 디디지 같은 말도 있어
So, the remainder, Geshe will present like a brief meditation.
어떤 간절리도 세 소소리는 rumba스 자는 rumba tombo skadi nalele chikyares
So we need to establish a relaxed state. So we're going to just, in a very easy way, put the body and the mind in a peaceful state.
는 알아서 로리 쪽에 생제 세이나 요더니 코알코세나 조조 됐더니 레라데
We speak about all the different six types of sentient beings circling through samsara, continuously circling. We understand that this happens mainly on the basis of karma.
레데 간지 진행 요리서는 알아서가 구자세 하더니 핀보 나라데 따와 이제 핀보 동보 주치 핀보 세야지 너는 레라고 가서 미리 통화 들어왔어
And so, how is this karma accumulated? It is accumulated by the self or the self of persons. And that self is designated on the basis of the five heaps or aggregates. And one of the five heaps or aggregates is that of form, physical form. That is something that we can see very clearly.
용지에 쓰도 쓰이라니 동보 주치 핀보 대통 안에 바니 바트네 소이 핀보 텔라테네 소하다 말하지 뭐야
So, whether we talk about ourselves or others, we see these various physical forms, and then on the basis of seeing those physical forms, the aggregate of feeling arises pleasant, unpleasant, so forth.
안에 소와 텔라테네 소와 안에 심바테 안에 디시치 핀보 세네 소와야 포지션에 단 대자시엔데 저 텔라테네 테네 라본다 만다 노도 모치다
And so then after feeling arises, then discrimination arises. So for example, if the feeling that arises was a good or a pleasant feeling, then through discrimination, attachment arises, and there are all sorts of compulsions.
소소 노아만로와사도 마가와사더니 돈은 이거 텔라파보 다네라더니 모두 나무다지.
And similarly, if the form that we perceive is a person that we do not like, for example, then through discrimination we have this feeling of aversion and so forth, and that is also something that causes a lot of mental fabrication or mental projection and so forth.
다 핀보 돈보서지 시발라 때네더니 레게와 돈보게와나 수바지 레유딜라 핀보 지와 느제지 핀보 사티 노와레스.
And so then, on the basis of these first three aggregates, form, feeling, and discrimination, then with those we are compelled into various actions. Those actions accumulate karma, and this brings us to the fourth of the five aggregates, compositional factors.
단지 느제지 핀보 레송에 가르 이나요. 아니 핀보가와 노시 핀보 사티 틴데 바차자니라 디게트네 템보 진행해야 되죠.
And so, on the basis of that karma connected with the compositional factors, that karma, then we come to the fifth aggregate of consciousness. This is where the imprints of that karma rest, where the imprints of that karma are stored, and so forth.
다 무슨 데라더니 시와지마가 또야 그때 열라 주니요더니 주 아니 주거더니 조래 같이라 시와시마라 또야레스.
Mhm. And then, so on the basis connected with that, then there are the 12 links of dependent arising. And so, six of those concerned with this life, and six of those that compel one into the future lifetimes.
무슨 데라 요야 주주주주세야지 아래 주주되나 시와가미 그랬더니 뭐야 저출라 되네더니 주주되 단다 안을 같이 아레스.
The younger Sundange.
시와가미 그 저주 주
Mhm.
단다 무슨 데라 주주 알았을 메디 아레스.
So the causes from our previous life, they manifest as these 6 points within the 12 links of dependent arising that we experience as results in this life.
주주되라 아니 미주게 된데 시제주게 된데 레베 된데 소이 된데 시이 된데 가시 된데 사탄다 무슨 데라 주야요 되는 시와가미 들에도 왔어.
So the six that we experience in this life are the dependent arising of name and form, the dependent arising of the six sources, the dependent arising of contact, dependent arising of feeling, the dependent arising of birth, and the dependent arising of aging and death. So all of these were accumulated in the previous lifetimes.
다 대주 뭐진비 깔라 다 저주 마린데지 뭐시서 근데 셀레시 바송 세미고 저주 되게 대유하게 내가 진행을 시와시마 뭐 대주 저주
And so, as we experience those six as the result of the causes of the previous lifetime, then in this lifetime we are engaging with the 6 points of ignorance, of volitional karma, of consciousness, of grasping, and of existence. And that is what will compel us to rebirth in the future lifetimes.
다 던지겠더니 저주도 저주도 거라 자네라더니 로아 주게 생제 간가 아니 셔와 도마메 바니 다티 받은 거로서 코알코 대하스 네츠 디지렌두스.
And so, those six causes of the previous lifetime and the six results within the current lifetime, in terms of these 12 links of dependent arising, this is what is keeping ourself and indeed all six types of sentient beings within samsara continuously circling within samsara, or continuously circling in cyclic existence.
다 말어서 문에 아픈디 토르다 드리가 코아텔에 타와서 마셔나도 때는지 문에 손바닥 붙이고.
And then we have to think very clearly, if we don't use this human rebirth to understand these matters and strive towards complete liberation from samsara, we will not have achieved something of meaning.
말어서 니에자 아침으로 와리 주신지 예이나요. 아니 간 코이게 냐세테 그냥 강에 줘야면 봐. 아니 시워지는데 와서 때도 전에 좀 말이 뭐비 아니 봐. 세면 troubleshoot.
So then we think those close to us, and indeed all six types of other sentient beings, all sentient beings within samsara, they are also experiencing this endless cycle due to all of these factors. And then we should think, wouldn't it be wonderful if they could be free from this circling within samsara? How wonderful if they could be free.
왜 요다 차츠만했더니 자나 주말이 연비거든요. 저 제지 연도 소노도네. 아니 미바 때문이고.
Then we think how wonderful it would be if they could be freed from all of these difficulties within samsara. May they be freed. And then we develop a firmer aspiration, an aspiration.
왜 요다 제도 지발에 좋아하는 거로 롱기시가 연비더니 가서 아버지.
Then we think, may they be free from all of those problems within samsara, as well as the causes of those problems within samsara. I myself will help them to be free. And we bring forth a pure, superior intention.
누나 거의 아니 요다 제도 지발에 아니 자와 지지 연비더니 다 니지.
And we think, may they be free from the problems of samsara and the causes of those problems within samsara. They must be free from those problems. Bring forth a strong feeling of compassion.
대노지 숑바쇼레 이나요. 로아르 쪽에서 이제 말서 얘기네를 들리지 이자 소지 요조 아니 어 내가 부서 봐 대시 내가店的 맵에 내가 지도 되나 저마르 녀베 아니 어 그래서 말
So then think, because all sentient beings are close to us, we feel love for all sentient beings. They are close to us, and we think, may they be able to have, even within samsara, that happiness, and may they also be able to experience that perfect happiness. How wonderful if they would be able to experience happiness and its causes. We bring forth the mind of boundless love as an aspiration.
시대 부서 가지고 내가 지지 녀베 돈을 매 봐요.
May they be endowed with that perfect happiness and peace. Make this a strong object of focus, an aim.
다음에 내가 부서 가지고 내가 바로 롱기치 내가 지금 소비 알아서
And then think that may they achieve that perfect stable happiness, which is the bliss of liberation. I myself will help them to achieve that. Bring forth a pure, superior intention.
너나 로제 요조 아니 내가店的 맵에 대시 부서 가지고 되나 아니 간이요 보여래 소비 돈에 다 셔봐요.
And think, may myself and all sentient beings be able to experience that perfect happiness that is completely removed from suffering. Think of that all-encompassing love.
뭐야 디디지 셔봐도 니지시 알타라.
So Geshe said that concludes his brief presentation and, understanding the links and so forth as methods for bringing forth love and compassion.
어당가로서 강강 니네 로제 세이는 것이 템보지도 부서 가지거나 이니 면제다 스미트 셔봐도 니지 템보지도 그게 좋아 템보지 그건데스.
And whether we speak of ourselves or others, if we truly want to be able to bring forth this perfect lasting happiness, we absolutely must establish love and compassion within our mind.
어다 텔 just 당게 단달라바 노지다 야 just 서디와스 더 바토보 아니 미바토보 아니 사서 잡어 스레스레 돈이 다 셔봐도 니지 그건데스.
And so Geshe said that we can establish that love and compassion in these steps of three for love, three for compassion. They're the same for each. So first, the aspiration, then the aim or the motivation, and then the strongest one, the pure superior intention, right? I myself alone, and so forth.
어다 관계 기wo 전에 가서 듣더니 봐야 로셔더니 알아야 보지.
So thank you very much. Please happily, as much as possible, think about and then practice those instructions.
야, 도대체
Thanks. We'll leave it here.